super excited about this Thursday night and the boneyard, and, night at the boneyard, all that kind of good stuff, and just the energy that I know our fans will bring, and to be back in Downey. That's a special place and special atmosphere that our fans create, and I know our student body will, and our guys are excited about the blackout game as well. And got a really good opponent, SMU, coming in. Offensively, they're a typical American Conference offense. It's averaging about 35 points a game, about 450 yards, 260 in the air, 180 on the ground, something like that. And that's led by their quarterback, Preston Stone, who's a sophomore, doing a really good job, already threw for 1,200 yards. They're a spread offense, but they also want to run the football. They got some really good tailbacks. Number 4, Knighton, is kind of the guy that's been the guy the last few games. They did a little bit by committee throughout the season, and they've had a few injuries in that room with Johnson and Wheaton kind of being in and out of the lineup on the season, but they're really good backs. And the receivers, they got a bunch of guys out there. 12, Bailey is kind of the guy that stands out. I think he leads them with 17 catches. The tight end's a very good athlete. He's got 15 catches as well. And then a guy they kind of try to highlight at times is number 13, Daniels, who was a reverse, or put him in the backfield, hand the ball out to him, or just catch him in the screen game. So a bunch of offensive weapons, but our guys are excited about the challenge and ready for Thursday night.
Coach, how much can your defensive players feed off, the boneyard on a night like Thursday, where they should be running pretty good?
Yeah, that's always just the energy and the excitement from our fans. I think our players truly feed off that, especially when things are going well and that thing's pumping, or that you need the fans to pick you up a little bit, and they certainly do that, and our players are excited about that. Sometimes you got to create your own energy when you're on the road, but at home, you get a little extra boost, and that plays in our favor, certainly in Downey.
How much does coming off playing Rice, who kind of had some similar weapons on offense, receiver you guys really had to pay attention to, just kind of go hand in hand with this week?
Yeah, I think these guys, doesn't matter if they put 9 out there, 3 out there, 5 out there, 1 out there. And most of them are all transfers from Miami, Arizona State, different places. But they're all really good receivers, all very talented. Can run, up down the field, catch a football, contested. The tight end's a really good player. So you can't just focus on one guy or one back. You got to make sure you do a good job with all those guys. And then at the same time, the quarterback, you'll see him scramble and look, keep the play alive, look down the field. I think that's something we hadn't seen in a few weeks. He'll scramble, you see him against Oklahoma, he gets 25 yards deep, and gets back to the line of scrimmage and completes the ball down the field. So he does a good job by keeping the play alive.
Coach, over the last few weeks, it seems like each game y'all have gotten deeper and deeper, more guys have seen the field. How has that helped with the stamina, both on game days and just kind of day in and day out at a time of the year when guys are banged up?
Yeah, I thought early this season we played really, really well. In the fourth quarter, I thought maybe we got a little tired. So last few weeks, tried to play a few more guys. You've seen Sam Dank out there. You've seen Josiah Robinson out there. You've seen some those type of guys that have really, picked us up, give us a boost of rushing the passer, getting pressure on him. I know it doesn't show up in the sack category, but definitely getting a face in the quarterback helps out and lowers that completion percentage and just makes him scramble around and move around a little bit, so it's helped there. But I think overall too, we've been able the last week or so with the bye week is rep some young guys, and guys are coming along, so you may see more of that. And it's also promising for the future of those guys that are getting those reps, and you're seeing, hey, just in the linebacker room alone, like, hey, those guys are going to be really good players. And, once they kind of learn fully the system, and they're learning every single day and get more familiar and comfortable with it, but there's still a few things on third down we're doing that they're not quite comfortable with, but you can tell they're very talented.
Thank you.
Coach talked about this is kind of similar to Gardner-Webb style offense, maybe even faster. And, you guys, like you said, in the fourth quarter, giving up some big plays because maybe some tired things happen mentally or physically. Right. How do you combat that when you're going to be in maybe a track meet style?
Yeah, Coach Lashley, who is, he played high school for Gus Malazan. He played at Arkansas. Coach got Malazan, and obviously coached for him a while, so he's got that background to him. He also was the OC for Sonny Dykes there at SMU before he went to Miami, so he's got that background to him. So you're going to see a high-paced tempo offense. They're going to snap the ball, 30, 32 seconds on the play clock. We always talk to our guys about the best way to slow a tempo team down is put them in negative situations or stop them for a loss. Now they're 2nd and 10 or 3rd and 10. They have to slow down and take the time and can't go as fast, especially if they don't convert a first down. So that's when they're really fast. So we got to do a good job defensively, taking care of us. Our guys up front will do a really good job of when they sub, we sub, try to get fresh bodies on the field. That also has the officials hold the clock for a few extra seconds there to kind of catch our breath. So we got to make sure we're doing, taking advantage of those things from a schematic and from a strategic standpoint. But at the same time, it still comes down to the fundamentals of the game and make sure we're doing a great job with our eyes, great job tackling, and just focus on our fundamentals, trying to create a few turnovers as well.
Coach, what was your overall focus on defense during the bye week before getting prepared for SMU?
Yeah, I think we've done some good things throughout the season, and it's just kind of going back and make sure we focus on the fundamentals. We had tackling was a big emphasis for us. I think we've done a really good job tackling up to this point. There's not been a huge, we've missed our fair share of number of tackles, but it's probably overall, my years being around the game, it's just probably one of the better tackling football teams we've had, and I think that's a little bit, about our athleticism, how well our guys run. But, if you don't focus on that and you don't pay attention to it, that can go away in a hurry, and I think that can cause some problems in a hurry too. The other thing we kind of locked in to make sure we're doing a good job is turnovers. I think, we got to create turnovers each and every game to give ourselves a chance to win, give us extra possessions offensively, give us short fields. So we went back and make sure we're really locked in on that. Was creating chaos and havoc for the quarterback, make him throw some bad footballs, or just receivers and running backs punching that football out. So if we can do those things, I think we can put ourselves in a position to win football games.
I've been to ask you a few times now, but keep forgetting. Mike Edwards has had a really good season for you, and can you tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, Michael is a special young man. He played 2 years ago at Georgia Southern, was a freshman there. I think played over 500 snaps, started a bunch of games there. Last year was kind of behind, down the depth chart a little bit for us, behind a couple guys that were older. And it's come in and just, he's enjoys the game, loves the game. Is probably the best way to say it. The best thing to say about him is he gets out there and just loves being, on the field and competing. And, he's a little bit of a smaller linebacker, but does a really good job in the run game, does a really good job playing sideline to sideline. And I think he's getting better every single week, and just excited about him the rest of the season.
Anything else? Appreciate it, Coach.